quicker than I can with 2,000 degrees, but I have a relationship with them. But Jeff is who they trying to be or who they want to be.
Right.
And so you'd be surprised when when Jeff and talk to them, they sit down lock and load. They know who the killer is. They know who really been in the joint. But they looking for, they like, if Jeff can change, man, I know something happened with Jesus. You know, you like somebody used to say, man, that person killed everybody. What did Jesus say they got? So they're proof of concept. A lot of these guys doing 28 years coming home, they can talk to these guys, and then we got programs to shift them to. They don't see no men. They don't see a man, no, a man don't mean pants. So at the end of the day, we gonna be working this, we're gonna be looking for, again, the core group, the elite group. We need everybody in this one because it's just about over. We got a relationship with everybody, but at the end of the day, I'll put this and let it so get close to it. This is how this looks. I grew up in Chatham, millionaires everywhere. Seaway Bank gone. Yep. It's now a credit union right on. Independence Bank gone. Illinois Federal gone. Highland Bank gone. South Shore half think they black, was white, they gone. Food basket gone, black on. Chatham Foods gone, black on. Salt Sheen gone. Johnny's Johnson gone. Every magazine gone. Defender gone. And I want to know, all the projects got wiped out in Chicago. Massive amount of people on prime land without Katrina water. Had to be 99% black participation to pull that off. Mostly black people took them people out. So we've been argue about, talking about what y'all gonna do, what you did. We dropped the ball. Let's tell them children we sorry, because you can't point to nothing. You can't feed yourself tomorrow. But these people don't come to work. Hey, but one black gas station up in Phoenix, Illinois, on 100-something Street. We used to have 69, 70 when I was young. I grew up with a brother in school. They family nearly own all the gas stations. We don't own nothing. And appreciate brother Willie Wilson, but you can't be giving money to them people and don't buy no station 19 closed in your own station. Our children don't want to see us crumb snatching. They tired of we selling lava chicken chains. They're going downtown because they took the TIF money and built the Magnificent Mall. They took the TIF money and built the Wintrust Theater. They took the MILF money and took it to Lincoln Mall. So why would our children not go down there to get the money? Because ain't nobody got no money up here. And we so crazy. Told me, y'all ain't gonna go mess with white people. Now they gonna mess with white people. We talking about why y'all messing with white people. They children about to be high. I'm about to get high the way y'all got this going. So again, it's not a script. We in trouble. All hands on deck. And you ain't wait till your child gets shot. Rakia Boyd is kin to me through my two children. Shot by the off-duty officer. Let him go all counts. So it's all personal for you. So if you ain't finna be the solution, it's gonna come to your door soon. If you wanna be an actress, man, somebody come my children. Because your niece gonna come back in college, she gotta get some gas. To the death. To put our life on the line. My brother out here, a lot of brothers here, we done it time. They coming home to get with our babies. We're gonna need everybody help. I'm sorry. So I just wanted to all over there, and then we don't own nothing, control nothing. Y'all quit talking to each other about what you did. You can't afford to nothing. You did one time. We argue about keeping Mamie Till house resurrected. What's we crazy? Who gonna talk about saving her house? So in the meantime, let's tell everybody we sorry. sorry to you, apologize to us, and we be born again and our children live again. So, sister, but I thank God for everybody coming, but we have to do this. We don't have a choice.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
We talk to about like the media work that's going on in the community, and maybe when some of these people can even get a new job. I know there's some big infrastructure stuff going on, and who do we talk to about either shutting down or including us? Because there's got to be something without committing an alderman that's, so something more direct. I'm not telling about, it's not so much about the general. We need to get on this local and these people that's right directly affected. Start with the committeemen and therefore, I don't know, I think it's I don't even know if it's a Hispanic alderman, which I can understand, but there's a lot of things going on that some people are scared to talk about, but I'm not. My name is Roger Scott. I'm a school local college. They call me Hot Rod. I stay on Peoria, 60. I come from the east. Make about $150,000. I don't work no more. My son's a millionaire. I tell you, I'm a single father. I'm from the hood. Mother retired from the University of Chicago. And I know this working too. I'm not conventional. I'm new to the game. I've never been. I heard there's going to be some judges here. And, but I'm prepared to hold the people accountable at this time because I know now. And I'm going to go into your voting histories. I'm not going with that last name Johnson business. And skin has no place with us. But those people, and I'm gonna tell these people, I'm gonna tell all the people in the hood that y'all scared to come talk to. I'm gonna tell them what's going on. The real deal, not just what's on the commercial or they see on FaceTime. Because we don't have no television. Oh yeah, my daughter. I tell y'all what, my daughter brought the top 3% out Chester, Illinois. What else can I brag on about myself? Those are definitely my best actors.
Well, let me share this with you, brother. And so just kind of appreciate that. And we need you. So there's some things going on outside here. So let's get a couple things. So I work with black contractors.
I'm still floating.
So I work. So you're gonna call me to solve that problem.
No,
I'm talking about the contract.
I'm taking your people. Check this out. I've never seen you.
That's good.
See me and know me. So you need to kind of like check out me. And we was the ones that was over there did all this work over there a couple of weeks ago. That did that work on the Saturday. Local one coming, right doing that free work. I don't know where you all were and what free work you did, but I'm telling you, we were in the community a few weeks ago. And you don't want these guys to go to the union because if you go to the union, you're gonna be just
so let me do this. Let me talk a record.
And I'm from the
I need to find you. So I'm ghost, but I'm not ghost.
And I'm telling you all this, you all
Big brother, big brother, my brother. Respect, brother. Would you respect the table? Other me, can you respect the table with me? I said that we'll talk. Brother. Hey, big brother. I just said that. That's me and you talking. So you're not gonna listen. That's cool. Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
What do you offer?
That's why we're here. The judges are. The judges are here. I got them, Jeff. The judges are here. Here we go. We'll talk, big brother. We'll talk off record. We'll talk off record. Hey, we got a meeting about to start. If you can't do that, we might ask people to leave. So thank you. So now, just because you don't see them, they're here. We want to appreciate these judges who are doing what you said. They they came down to Inglewood to be touched. They came down here. Big brother. Do I have to actually leave? You have to actually leave, brother. But it's not your meeting, big brother. This is for the judge. This is not for your platform, brother. I'm asking you quietly, just let it go. We ain't talking about time. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. It's Christy. Go ahead. Again, we want to thank the judges who take the time out today to come down in the community. It's why we appreciate you all coming out. We appreciate that very much because we want to break the norm of that the judges and people that's in higher places don't come to the community. We want to do that. So let's give our judges and people that came out, let's run a hand. Everybody.
So we have a question though, right? She's saying that if we close the doors and they
Doing what?
What time does the facility close? I thought they said the facility
No, Big Jeff is in charge of that. I'm talking about. Oh, so. Okay, so we gotta be out at 8:30. Okay. Okay, no problem, sister. You say we gotta leave at 8:30? Okay, sister, thank you. Got you. No problem.
I just wanted to be clear.
That's no problem. So we got, let's keep going.
Sir, hi Miranda, how you doing? If you don't mind,
The Harvey Outward assignment at the
alright, but I want to go ahead and get everyone started. Nobody has to leave early, right? Alright, so welcome to FNP Radio. My name is Chrissy, the Heartbeat. And if you have not done so, you can download FNP Radio app on Android and iPhone. It is for free. We stream live 24/7 as well as currently in 167 countries. There are ads available for if you want to promote your ad and different things of that nature. But let's go ahead and get this started. So with that, I have all of you beautiful people here in the room. I came up with this idea from Reuben in regards to a meeting that you all recently had. And I thought it would be really extremely powerful to have each of you all in the room to get to know who you are and why it's important for us to vote. Because like I mentioned earlier, I'm a millennial and sometimes I don't vote. It's what it is. I don't vote sometimes. Thank you. It's not really my interest. I don't have a connection. So now I want to change that around to say, okay, why should I vote for you? You know, what are you bringing and what are you offering that can not only help me but my children as well, right? So I want to, of course, as I mentioned, have you all come in, introduce who you are, why you're running, and give the audience and those who are here the opportunity to address any questions that they may have about the current things that are going on here in the city of Chicago. All right? Yes.
We have to leave at 8:30. That's 2 minutes each person. I'm not sure if someone wants to take time.
Yes, I have been, with those changes and everything like that, that does give everyone about 2 to 3 minutes just to be able to get their spiel, and so forth. So, thought we were going to go a little bit longer, but we're going to make it work.
2 minutes.
We're going to make it work so everyone understands the 2 minutes and different things of that nature. Right? No issues? We good? Alright. And I see you come in. Are you running as well?
That's
Okay,
the
what's your
John
name?
Wilson.
I'm John Wilson.
John Wilson. All right. I don't have your card, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just have you come up first, Mr. Wilson.
All right, Judge.
You can come right through here. And right now, we're live right now, as I mentioned earlier. So I know we have these beautiful women and gentlemen in the audience, but we are also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Yep, as well as FNP Radio. So we also stream it on the radio platform as well. Okay. All right. So with that being said, there are of course a lot of beautiful people in here that are running for judges. So please tell us why you are running for judge and why we should vote for you.
Last August, I got appointed by the Illinois Supreme Court. Justice P. Scott Pruitt, the second black Supreme Court justice in the history of the state of Illinois, appointed me to fill a vacancy of Sherry Johnson, because his mission was he needed to get black judges from our community and to the bench who are also highly credentialed, recommended, qualified by all of our associations. So we had to get judges who understood the needs of the community, who also credentials could not be challenged by anybody who tried to balk at him appointing all these black judges.
Okay.
So that's why I'm here, because it's a full vacancy. Now, discretion that we have can turn your life upside down. That's why it's so important that we get judges who understand this, who speak our language, who know what we're going through. We need judges who understand. When you come into my courtroom, you are presumed innocent in this criminal court. If you come in there and you've been victimized, you will be happy, you will be given a voice. You will get a chance to say what your issue is. You need judges with that understanding as opposed to judges who just automatically dismiss you or treat you as lesser because you may be undereducated, underemployed, you are black, you are brown, you are a woman, you are a man, you get red, whatever. How they put us in a box, stereotype us, and automatically that way they make the bar that much higher for us to find open. And then judges, people come into my courtroom, and I sit in the Maywood courthouse right now.
Maywood?
Yes.
Okay.
So they are treated with the dignity that they deserve. I listen to them, and I rule accordingly, and I make sure that they receive justice in the true sense, and not as a euphemism, which people use justice as punishment.
Okay. And what court, or more so, are you a judge over, or you're running for?
Well, you don't run for a specific court. You run for the circuit court of the county, then you're placed by the presiding chief judge to that in the various locations. Starting traffic.
Circuit court, okay.
And the presiding judge of Maywood, one of the black male judges out there, so she brought me out here to Maywood, where I sit in the misdemeanor courtroom, where I do bond hearings, or I do preliminary hearings, or I do traffic.
Okay, okay.
Where you running? You running for what vacancy?
I'm running for the Sharon Johnson vacancy out of the first judicial subcircuit, that's Chicago Southeast Side.
Chicago East, Southeast Side.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10th wards, 17 and 21. So it's kind of like 67, 75th Street, from Ashland over to the lake, all the way south, out to the south suburbs.
You said 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Ours,
Okay, about 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, so
Now you got sleep in. Mama D, let
and
her,
my punch number is 192.
192. Okay, Mama D.
I just wanted to ask him,
Can you come a little closer so we can hear the question?
are you saying it's not just important to have a jury of your peers, but it's also important to have judges of your peers?
Absolutely, because it's not my justice system, it's your justice system. You pay for it, you own it, you take ownership of it, and you determine how it should be ran.
Okay.
Did I use my lot of time?
Yes, yes, yes. All right, Mr. Janine, you come up here. Yes, that's my time. I love that initiative. I love that initiative. All right, so I'll go ahead and allow you to introduce yourself and make sure we are live. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. So good evening.
Try to speak up a little bit louder,
My name is Janita Marshall, and I'm running for judge in the 5th Judicial Subcircuit. That covers 26th Street to 75th Street and the Lake to Western. I've been an attorney for 19 years. My area, for the most part, has been family law. So I've worked and had the distinct pleasure of advocating for children and reuniting families. But I believe what's most important is my pre-law background. I come from a background of education. I went from education to social work, and social work is what led me to law. So I actually ended up in law because I was working in the child protection division as a social worker, and all the litigants looked like me, but none of the advocacy looked like me. So I went to law school, came back to work in the very same courtroom because I felt like the advocacy needed to be from that legal perspective. Oftentimes, I was the only one who knew the family, but I go into court and the judge would even give me the opportunity to share. So I believe that that was the only thing that gave me power, and I was correct. So I'm currently the statewide compliance administrator for DCFS. So I make huge decisions on a daily basis that affect someone's ability to return to work. So I'm asking that you vote for me because I believe it's important to diversify the bench, not just as to race, sex, and ethnicity, but also as to knowledge, background, and experience. I believe that brings a perspective where the judges are more relatable, bring the perspective where the judges actually understand the struggles of the people that come before them. And I've worked in the trenches with families on a daily basis that deal with issues related to domestic violence, substance abuse, poverty, issues related to education. So I do believe that that perspective is unique, and that's something that needs to start to infiltrate the bench so that the perspectives of people that look like me are actually being thought about at the bench.
Yes, why should the millennials vote for you?
So the millennials should vote for me for a couple different reasons. One, I have a couple of millennials that I deal with on a daily basis, but outside of that, I've dealt with youth age 0 to 21 in the majority of my career. Most of them still reach out to me because I'm the only one that they believe serves as a support system, even though they're 30 and up, and they don't have any other support systems other than me, even though I'm no longer representing them. And judges make decisions about people's lives, everyday people just like me and you, on a daily basis. And oftentimes people go to the polls, they're not voting for judges because they don't know them. So I'm asking that you vote for me because I believe I'm a relatable judge. I believe I understand the issues that we deal with today because I too deal with the exact same issues. I have family members that deal with the exact same issues. I have friends and clients that deal with the exact same issues. And I would actually represent those issues in that perspective on the bench. So coming into the court, people just want to be heard. They want their day in court. And I believe that oftentimes judges don't come from that background where they're able to relate to the people that come before them.
Punch what? Punch what?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you. I'm rushing. Punch 192. You got it. 192. 192. 192. Thank you.
All right. We're going to keep it going with Ms. Lisa Taylor.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lisa Taylor. I appear on your ballot as Lisa Michelle Taylor. Punch 163 for me. Why? I am one of the few candidates who's only been in private practice. I've done everything except for bankruptcy, divorce, and antitrust. That means I have experience in all areas of the law except the 3 that I named for you. The reason that's important is you know I'm qualified by way of my experience, my judicial knowledge. My temperament is such that you come to court and I'm not taking my bad day out on you. My integrity is such that when I tell you something, you can take that to the bank. I use those 3 quotes because those are the quotes that the Chicago Bar Association said, jurists and my adversaries, not my friends, my adversaries. That's what they say about me. Born and raised in the city, and I want to tell you why you should vote for me as a millennial and how I relate to you as a young person. All of my service in the community has been for my children, and they are mine because I believe it takes a village. I've been a court-appointed special advocate. That's a free guardian ad litem. I was a partner at a fancy nationwide law firm when I volunteered for CASA. Going to the kids in their foster placements, accompanying them to court, writing reports to the court. This is over and above all that fancy legal stuff I told you. Know Your Rights seminar, so my young people understand how to interact with the police. They say, Miss Lisa, I want to sue. I say, baby, I want to get you home. And I do the Lawyers in the Classroom program where I go to different public schools in the city. My last act of service, as many of you know, you get in trouble, you get a public defender. That's free. You got a civil issue, you need a civil lawyer. We pretty expensive. So I go to a church on the west side of the city once a month and volunteer my time. So I say to my millennials, you have to be the change that you want to see. And you should vote for me. 163, Lisa Michelle Taylor, thank you so much.
That was powerful, right? All right. Next question, right on up.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Judy Lynn Smith, and I'm running for judge in the 5th Western.
May have to speak up.
Yes,
just a
ma'am,
little
speak
bit.
up a little bit.
Speak up just a little
Use
bit.
your judge voice.
I'm running on a platform of justice for all the time. Justicia para todos siempre. Justice for all the time, includes respect for all the time, as well as fairness for all the time. I have over 30 years of trial and appellate experience, know my way around in courtroom. I've been an assistant public defender serving the underserved and fighting for constitutional rights of my clients for the last 18 years. I believe in competence with compassion. When I'm not working on a case, you'll find me literally getting my hands dirty at 2 community gardens where I donate the organic seeds as well as the bountiful harvests to those in the community. A little bit more about me. I have extensive appellate experience, which includes winning cases on appeal as an assistant appellate defender, as well as having the Illinois Appellate Court finding a subsection of the no knock and announce search warrant statute unconstitutional based on the briefs that I submit. I am the change that is needed in the judiciary, and I'm asking you to remember this: for fairness, respect, compassion, competence, and more. Remember me. I want to be your Judge Judy Lynn Smith at number 194. Thank you.
Someone had their hand up, but he's talking now. You had your hand up. You had a question for Ms. Lynn.
Yeah, I want to know, somebody in this room really don't have an answer.
Wait, so come
Yes,
on,
sir.
so we can hear you live.
Every candidate in this room probably needs to answer this question because it's one of the most important to our community. I know they gave me from them.
Try to get on the mic. Try to get on the mic. On the question on the mic.
Every judge, every candidate in this room, I think, really needs to answer this question, and it goes down to what do you guys feel about the Pretrial Fairness Act? Like, what does this mean to you, and what do you think this ruling means to our community, and or what is it changing for you? Because this is a major issue within our communities, and I mean, we done been in the room sometimes. I ain't never heard y'all speak about that, so that would be amazing to give everyone that's close to the community understanding, like, how are you going to do laws, or how do you view important issues like this that really affect us? Like, I mean, it's great hearing about you guys' accomplishments and all that, but I think there are some major issues out there that really affect the community that, like, if y'all speak on, it would draw more of us into, you guys' candidacy. Yeah, so what would you say about the Pretrial Fairness Act?
Well, what I would say is this. I believe in fairness, and we are given a set of rules that we are to follow. And I think that compassion and common sense actually plays a lot in every decision that I know that I'm going to make. Because I have clients, I'm actually have the trial experience. I'm in the trial courtroom every single day, and there's so many different options other than, for example, incarceration, jail time. Instead of getting a conviction, a felony conviction, can you imagine an 18-year-old, 19-year-old getting a conviction, a felony conviction? That's going to ruin them for the rest of their lives. So I am aware of all kinds of programs that are out there that will help avoid felony conviction, their second chance probation, first-time gun weapon offender. So part of it is being aware and willing to implement those programs. For first-time weapons offender probation, for example, of course, the judge has to agree to it. So the first step for a judge is to, one, be aware that there's certain programs that are out there, and two, willing to implement them and sentence a person to that. And I am that person.
still go back to Rick's question if you remember, if y'all heard it clearly. If not, you guys can, but go ahead, Chris, what you got? That's a good question. Yeah, he asked about the recall. Okay. So what he could have asked about restorative justice too. And he could have asked about several other things. It ought to be, we just got them passed, and they ought to be implemented, and they ought to be fully accessible so that we don't have people who are non-violent offenders who are involved in the jail system, that they get an opportunity to get out under the right conditions, under the right supervision, so we're not clouding the jail system with that. You don't even know my name. Nope. I'm Timothy W. Wright III, and I'm running for judge in the 50th District Sub-Circuit. I have been a lawyer for over 38 years in litigation. I have clerked at the district court, the federal district court, for the first black federal court judge appointed there, which was James Parsons. I was Harold Washington's attorney. I ran city council. I was a special counsel to the mayor and the first black commissioner of economic development. I was one of Mandela's attorneys, international attorneys, that negotiated the Constitution that led to his release. The reason I am running is because we need to bring not only color to the bench, forget about it, but we also need to bring diversity to the bench. Not just diversity of this, but diversity of this. Yeah. All right? And so we need to understand what we have to do. The community has to get engaged in the justice system. Far too long, we've simply been used by the justice system. But I think that it's the duty of the judge not only to rule properly, not only to be knowledgeable, not only to be respectful to the people in the room, but it's also, when you get off the bench, go into the community and talk to the people out there. Let them know there's no reason on God's green earth that there should be a jury in Cook County that does not have a black person or somebody of color or a woman, somebody on that jury. So what we have to do, look, understand that the judiciary has now become the most important branch of government in your life. And if you are not in charge of that, if you are not engaged in that, then you're simply being used by that. So my candidacy is about making a difference. It's something I've been doing my whole life. I met Harold Washington when I was a second-year law student. I heard him talk about fairness and justice, and those things continue to resonate in my being. And I have done everything in terms of my career. Why am I here? Because we gotta understand that we have to take advantage of the situation. We gotta get involved, and we can no longer sit back and allow it to take advantage of us. Tim Wright, part 193 is a vote for me, do the right thing in the right way. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Monica Somerville. I am running in the candidate vacancy, and my punch number is 168. I have been an attorney for 31 years. I have a very diverse legal background. I have practiced in personal injury, workers' comp, employment compensation, contracts, municipal law. I am one of the very few candidates who have tried all kinds of cases in state court, from slip and fall to wrongful death cases. I have practiced in state administrative agencies and also with federal administrative agencies. The reason why I'm running for judge is because I want to make a difference in my community. It is very important to have diversity on the bench. We need diversity on the bench because in order to make the changes in our communities, we have to get involved. That is why I'm running to be a judge. We need fairness. We need everyone to be treated with courtesy and respect. We need judges who are going to listen to people, who are going to decide their cases fairly based on the facts of their case and also based on the law. So that is why I'm running for judge. The reason why I think it's very important for the millennials to vote is because judges really impact our lives. Judges decide our fate. Judges decide our freedom.
Judges decide child custody issues. They decide divorce. They decide if you are in a landlord-tenant situation. One of us, either you or your family member, is going to appear before a judge. You want to know who that judge is before you appear before them. And the way you do that is get involved in the process. You educate yourself on the judges, and you vote for judges from your community who understand you and what you're going through. I am a mother, I'm a wife, I have 3 children. As a judge, you have discretion. You have discretion. So if you have someone that appears before you that, let's say they have a situation where they're arrested for a drug matter, I would have a discretion to recommend whether or not that person go to some kind of a victim support program. That is why you want a judge who is going to come from your community that understands what you're going through. So that's why millennials need to get involved in the process. My name is Monica Somerville. My punch number is 168, and don't be late. Thank you.
We're trying to get everybody in quick. I'm sorry about the time.
Hello.
Come up a little closer.
Hi, my name is Mabel Taylor. I'm running for judge countywide. That means anyone can vote for me. I bring 27 years of legal experience to the bench, 25 years as an arbitrator with Cook County Mandatory Arbitration, which means I presided over a host of different cases. Like many others who have stated, there are very few areas of law over my 27 years that my practice has not touched. But one of the biggest parts of my practice has been criminal defense. And millennials especially should vote for me because most of my practice has dealt with representing and assisting young Black men all over, not only Cook County, but some of the surrounding counties with bad rates. And I get my share of clients telling me that, and again, one of the problems that Black men have in Cook County is a lot of them don't have their driver's license, and they always get stopped, and once they get stopped, they do the search, and if they find something, now you can pick up the case. Again, it's important to have judges that share your life experience. I grew up on the west side near the not the Robert Taylor, but the Rockwell and Penny Horner projects. I understand what goes on in the community. I work for First Defense, and I'm one of the attorneys when I see a young Black man on my block where I felt that the police was harassing them. I found out who that young man was. And I went to the police station and asked to see him. And went back there and asked him whether or not, is there anything I can do for you? How are they treating you? Is there anybody I need to call for you? This is the kind of person I am. When I had, now I'm going to cut this short, when I represented the young Black student, high school student at Proviso with a college scholarship charged with a drug case, judges have to be compassionate, and this is what I bring to the bench. I understand that we have to have compassion for the defendant, but also compassion for the victim. But I want to make sure what I've always done is making sure you do no harm. When I get a case, and I get a ton of felony cases, my first thing is, what is your background? Because I'm going to make sure that if you don't have a background, then you won't get one under my law. I'm looking for first defense. What can I do if it's a drug case? I'm going to get you a 1410 probation. And with the young Black man who he has scholarships, I told the judge, if you give him any type of hit, he loses his scholarship. And the judge agreed with me and said, as long as you can bring me proof that this young man has scholarship to go to college under my watch, I will not give him anything but supervision so he can still go to college. So this is what I'm saying. I bring compassion for the community. I understand what goes on in our community. There's no rehabilitation going on there. So, then they gotta come back to our community. Where else they going? So you might as well work with them now than to send them down if they don't need to go. My name is Megan Taylor, Taylor Made for Justice. My punch number is 169. Vote for me and you'll be doing just fine.
The People's Champ.
My name is Chelsea Renee Robinson, and I'm running for Cook County Circuit Court Judge countywide. I have 25 years of experience doing civil and criminal litigation. That means that I have done things as small as traffic matters, as large as murder cases. I've also done civil litigation, which means that I have done family law cases. I have done money dispute cases. I have done bankruptcy. So I have a very diverse practice. First of all, I have experience. Why should you vote for me, Chelsea Renee Robinson, for Cook County Circuit Court Judge? Number one, experience. I just told you how many years of practice I have and how many areas I have practiced in. Very diverse. I am fair. We want judges on the bench, number one, who look like us, who are from our community, and who have been working in our community. For over 17 years, I've been mentoring juveniles in the Juvenile Detention Center. Started off with a program. A few years later, my husband and I created our own program, the Provision Project. We're in the Juvenile Detention Center every Saturday, mentoring the youth. So when they come out, they can make better choices. So our young men, we can divert them to the different programs we've heard today. That's another thing that we can do, and that's why we want to have judges working in our community. I am dedicated to justice. So many times I've gone in the courtroom and I don't see people who look like me on the bench. People from my neighborhood on the bench. I am running for judge because I want to be the change I want to see on the bench. I want our young men and our young women to have real choices when they come. Everybody's not being locked up. We can divert them to different programs. So that's why I am running for judge. To my millennials, I say this. We need your vote. We want you to vote. We want you to see the benefit in having people from your community to serve you. Understand, as judges, we're not serving ourselves. We're serving Cook County. And we know that when you go to court, you most likely to meet a judge that you are your governor or your mayor. Whether it be a traffic matter, whether it be a family matter, whether it be a financial matter. So it's very important to vote. Keep me in mind, Chelsea Renee Robinson for judge, punch 181, and let's get it done. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carmen.
We can't hear you.
There's
It's Carmen Quinones.
All right. I was waiting to see how she would pronounce it. What can I say? You know, when I was listening to everyone, I was thinking about last Christmas down the street. There was a house with all of these decorations. The entire house was just full of lights. And right next to that house, there was one house that had just one little barbed light and an arrow. And underneath it said ditto. You know? And that's how I worked for the Department of Corrections in Virginia when I was in there, and I saw those kids, because they were kids in the jail. They were kids. And I said to myself, when I saw their lawyers, and I saw how the lawyers could not communicate with them, I said, no, I want to be a lawyer. I love the law. I am not a politician, guys. I'm a lawyer who wants to be a judge. Okay? And one of the things that I really want to make clear is that when I became an attorney, yes, I did criminal, I did murder, like I said, ditto. However, one of the things that I enjoyed doing most was representing families, whether it was in divorce, whether it was representing children, being a guardian ad litem. I helped develop the training manual for guardians ad litem, and I know in my heart that if we put families first, crime will immediately start decreasing. We've got to stop putting family law at the bottom. We've got to put that first. We've got to take care of our kids. We've got to take care of our cousins, our nephews, our extended family. And there's no reason that people cannot get divorced and still remain a family and helping each other and raising these children. It is so important. I should not have to move out of my community to move to another so my child can have a better education. That is baloney. They should have better education in every community. I should never have to move to another side of the world and have to worry about my green card. Come on, people. We're all here together. All of us are here together. And you know why I say ditto? Because my number is 172. And my daughter, who's a millennial, okay? And I'm going to tell you something about millennials. You guys are technologically savvy. Did I even pronounce it right? You like to be motivated. You like to question the hierarchy and status. And I love you guys for that. You guys are thinkers and you guys are voters. My number is 172. And like my daughter said, if you want your cake and eat it too, punch 172.
Three more judges to speak. Thank you all for your patience. Thank you for coming out. We got three. So come on out real quick. We only got two. After this, we got two candidates and we're going to get out of here. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in person and online. Really quickly, my website address is www.silva, Hernandez, Hernandez, FORJUDGE.org. My punch number is 186. My name is Claudia Silva Hernandez. I grew up in the south suburbs of Chicago, in Dalton and Baltimore. I wanted to give you a little bit of background about who I am. You can read more about my education experience, all my endorsements. I'm endorsed by all the major unions, some politicians around the city. But you can read about all that on my website. I wanted to tell you very quickly about my background and to show you that I'm a survivor and therefore I can have compassion on the bench. My parents immigrated here from San Luis Potosí, Mexico back in the 1970s directly to Dalton, Illinois. At that time, I'm going to say it as it was, and I don't really ever speak in the truth, but it was discrimination. And I was discriminated against. My teachers thought that I didn't know how to speak English. They thought that I was maybe a little bit slow, and that I was quote-unquote dumb. That led to a pattern of kindergarten through 12th grade of being tracked all through my education. So I know what it feels like to not be seen. I know what it feels like to feel invisible. And that's why I want to be a judge on the bench. I went on to graduate from college. I went on to get a master's degree, get a law degree, even though our high school teacher was calling us stupid and our counselor said that you're not going anywhere, you're not going to do anything with your life. Guess what? I did. I want to be an example for other people. My punch number is 186. www.silvahernandezforjudge.org. You can read more about me and all my endorsements in Chicago Federation of Labor, all the major unions. Alderman Pat Dowles endorsed me, Alderman Byron Central Lopez. But that's why I want to be a judge, because I can connect with people, I can relate to people. And I want to thank Christy for hosting this platform. And it's important for millennials to come out and vote, because if you don't vote, someone else is going to come out and make the decision for you. And can't complain later if you didn't participate in the process. So 186, whoever gets the most votes wins. I feel that I'm the most qualified person in my race. I know that I'm the most qualified person in my race. One of my opponents has plenty of judge experience already, and it's time for women and minorities on the bench. So please vote for 186. Thank you so much.
We have 30 seconds. 5, 4.
Hi, my name is Wendy Williams, and I'm running for judge right here in Cook County Full Circuit. So wherever you go to vote, you will see my name there. My punch number, as you can see, is 176. In May of 1990, I was sworn into the bar, and on that same day, my brother, an innocent man, was arrested and charged with several multiple major felonies that would have gotten him from 16 to 48 years in jail. After 3 days, we were able to get him released, and all the charges dropped because it was the wrong person. I thought that I would be a court attorney since I have honors degrees, undergraduate and bachelor's from Roosevelt University. However, that experience with my brother directed me towards criminal defense, because my question was, if my brother was innocent, how many other people in jail are also innocent? So I have spent the last 32 years of my career, 29 plus, I like to say, because it's 29 plus. But it's been 32 years, and I just thought about that the other day. 32 years. And when that incident occurred, it redirected my life. You know, you have a plan, but then there's a greater plan that operates above you. Yes. So, I have dedicated my life civil practice in criminal. You go to the polls June 28th. Voting is going on right now. Your vote matters. What I bring to the bench as a judge is the same zealous representation of what a judge is supposed to do in a courtroom. I will be listening. I will be paying attention to the evidence, and I will be applying the law to the facts as they are presented to me. And so, vote for me. I'm Wendy Williams, Hutch number 176.
We want to thank Attorney Maddox who's been working with us.
The last one first. It's at the time. So I'm just going to be brief. I'm Meredith Hammer. I'm an attorney, I'm an educator, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a candidate for judge in the Circuit Court of Cook County. I'm running county-wide. If you live in Cook County, you can vote for me. You can remember it's Hammer time. But I just want to say this. And I have a background. I've been an attorney for 20 years. Now, y'all know I practice the civil side of the house. All these wonderful attorneys, you know, we are quite diverse. Diversity of ethnicity, of gender, and of perspective and background. I practice the civil side. I actually probate work, trust and estate planning. I do real estate, which includes mortgage foreclosure defense. I say that because there is a lot of implicit bias in the foreclosure industry, the mortgage foreclosure, the real estate industry. I do real estate law. I do contract dispute. I practice the civil side. I do probate. Judges are important. Y'all have to know that. No, judges are important. Judges make decisions every day that change lives. Y'all know whether it's criminal law, you know, your liberty, freedom, divorce court, probate court, somebody who's a mama's family home, real estate, like I said, mortgage foreclosure, traffic court. Judges make decisions that change lives. I think somebody else said this, but if y'all don't vote for somebody like us who looks like you, somebody won't be on the bench. There's a whole nother slew of candidates running. You know, but we're here, I've been here, I know many of us have been in this same facility a few weeks ago a number of times. I have spent my life's work has been about serving the community, serving my community. I've been a real estate developer, building reasonable affordable homes, which also created jobs. I'm about that life. I'm about helping people. You know, I decided to run for judge because whereas I can help, 10, a dozen people a month as an attorney, I can help hundreds of people a day as a judge. I'm about that life. I'm about being in the problem community. Even on the campaign trail, I have been, in the Southland, in Dalton, in Lansing, in Markham. I live on the south side, the west side. I was up in Evanston. I am about the community. I'm about serving the citizens of Cook County. That's what judges are supposed to do. But then y'all know y'all have to vote. I am not.
Girl, you better vote. You can vote.
If you don't vote, you can't say anything. We changed your life, girl.
No, I understand that.
Hallelujah.
I understand, but at the same time, like I mentioned earlier, some of us millennials just have no connection or interest. So
for us. You gotta know them and understand and become informed about this whole process so you can go ask what you want. Yeah. Right? You gotta be involved in the process, even for the judges, because we change lives every day. So I was living there. You guys gotta go. The numbers supposed to be low. So I don't know where y'all coming out to vote. But when you come out to vote for American for judge, remember Sandra time, you know, it took 232 years to put the first black woman in high school.
Say that again.
232 years to put the first black woman on the Supreme Court in high school. So we said it's about time. And it's every time.
What's your punch?
187.
Kill him.
Thank you so much. Thank everybody.
Have a choice.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. I know it was a little brief. It's starting to get a little hot in here. Before we go, does anyone in the audience have questions for the judges based off of what they heard? We got one question. Okay, so my name is Jamal Burton. I'm here because my father has been in jail 24 years. I just turned 24 last Friday, so I'll never get like a record with my dad or we never put together or anything. So my question is basically, my father's been with me the last 24 years, and she just had, what can she do to help in regards to his case and his situation? Of course, she didn't share all of the details, but of course there may be an opportunity for someone to find out what exactly is going on with his case and what can she do to help. So we're in a room full of attorneys and judges right now, where she's saying her father, black man, has been gone for the last 24 years of her life. Basically, it's going on her life. I know. All the time. So, I'm sorry, Kate, what was your name again? Jahan? Yes. All right, so there's plenty of people in this room that may be able to help and aid and assist and give you the tools and resources that you need to help your dad and maybe also help somebody else, okay? So make sure that you connect with those that are in here, get their punch numbers and everything like that. And with that, you got any other questions? I just want to say I wouldn't agree with you about like you don't have no connection, right? It seems like they just never cared about like, you know, like the kids, like no, I'm just saying like growing up just like they, you don't know about anything, you don't see anything when you're you just don't know. Like it's just that's how I feel. But now that I'm getting older, I just try to get myself involved, and that's like I just think like involved. So yes, I get myself involved and to be aware, not judge, not judge, unfortunately, that's what we are doing here tonight. Are looking for our vote. So if you are tuning in, I hope you were able to get everyone successfully, including their punch numbers. If not, I'm going to have everyone's section shared just for them. I want to thank you all again for tuning in live. This is FNP Radio. It's your girl Chrissy, the Heartbeat, where we keep it 100. Make sure you tune in tomorrow where I have Miss Cassandra Goodman, who is also running in this political race that is going on right now. So, without that, I want to say thank you, peace and love. We're going to do a little networking over here on this end. And see you later.
Go vote.
Go vote. Go vote. Go vote. And most importantly,
Balance up, bullets down.
balance up, bullets down. Our doctor wants to know you need to find out. Right? Balance up, bullets down. Let's get a change, especially for the
I meant to say that, but I forgot.
What you forgot to say? Because we're still live.
Balance up, bullets down.
Balance up, bullets down. You heard her right here?
Go vote. This is Meredith again. Go vote for who you want to put in on the bench.
Say that again.
Go vote for who you want to put in office.
Peace and love, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Oh, you made it a little late. Made it towards the end. Made it towards the end. You're a running candidate as well?
Yes, how you doing?
I'm just recording yet, but you have a few moments to give the people your 2-minute spiel of why they should vote for you and why you're running.
Oh, that's amazing. Hey, how you doing? I am Andre Smith, and I am running for Cook County Commissioner in the 2nd District. That's 75th and King Drive, all the way over to California, all the way up north to Augusta Boulevard, over to Cicero, all the way over to the water. If you got a friend or a family member, or if you live in that area, punch 122 because I'm fighting for you. My name is Andre Smith. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see who else. All right. We got Miranda here in the building. We got Miranda here.
It's still Juneteenth to me, I'm sorry.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Not letting it go.
Okay, so tell us just a little bit of the different things that you heard. Are you inspired or motivated to learn more or to go out and vote? Because I know we are millennials, you know, and as I mentioned, us millennials just sometimes are not interested in our running candidates. So
listen, can I just say, first of all, I kind of got a little cheat sheet.
Okay.
Because I was a poli-sci major at UIC with that guy as well, you know what I'm saying? So I always had like at least a little bit of an interest in politics.
A little bit?
Right? Don't get me wrong, that shit boring. I mean, I'm sorry. That stuff is boring. It's one of those things where if you don't find something that interests you, it can get very boring very quickly. So all I'm gonna say is I definitely heard some of the judges talk about what we need for the change that we want to see. And I think it's important for all of us to start to get that mindset together that we need to see people who look like us up at that bench. You know what I'm saying? Being able to make decisions about our lives right then and there. So it's time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he camera shy. He ain't gonna say nothing. Look, I'm sorry. I just had to look at myself. She just gonna leave me on camera shit. I'm gonna start talking about all types of stuff. But I just want to tell you guys, if you're out here and you're complaining about things that are going on in your community, it is going to behoove you to get your ass up and vote. Go vote. Go make a change. Go find somebody who aligns with your views, your values, your interests, and go make a change in your world. Like, because you have the power to do it. You just have to believe that you have the power to do it. Once you believe, anything is possible. But as long as you sitting up there, oh, this is that, this is rigged, this is that, nobody cares, ain't nothing gonna change, then guess what? You speaking that into existence and ain't nothing gonna change. So I suggest you get your stuff together. Can I cuss? Can I say shit? Can you get your shit together so we can start changing our lives for not only for our benefit, but for our children, our grandparents, not the grandparents, grandchildren. Like I was like, the grandparents already lived. The grandchildren, the great-grands, and the great-great-great-great-grands. So this shit don't stop. We gotta keep it going.
We gotta keep it going. What she said a mouthful all in itself. You know what I'm saying? I'm really appreciative of you showing up today.
Yes, I'm so happy to come.
Yay, dropping them gems, you know what I'm saying? It's getting hot.
Look, she almost invited me on stage. I almost got up there if he wouldn't have came in and started talking to me.
Dang. Okay, I'm coming around just to give a little
some little testimonies from you all. I know you all came in just a little late, but just based off of what you all heard, give us a little bit of your experience here today. That's good. I'm gonna make sure I got y'all good lighting in everything. Good lighting in there.
I've heard great judges speak today, and I also got a lot of advice from multiple judges and a lot of brochures, and I'm just grateful that I came. I really appreciate the help, and it seems like everybody is really dedicated to what they're doing, so I'm happy that I got to come out and experience this.
It felt nice. They're turning the lights out on us now.
It felt great to be inside of the room with judges that what they could do for our community, our kids, because I have 2 boys of my own. So it felt great to hear them say that, and I just hope and pray that, some way, somehow, our father can get justice and someone can help him, because that's what he needs. He needs someone to help him. He needs someone to help him get justice that he deserves. It seems like the judges here are pretty brave.
Thank you. Now make sure you all download the app. My show is every Wednesday. It's called Wind Up Wednesdays. This is on FMP Radio, where we stream 24/7 as well as in 167 countries. Okay. So if you're a business owner, you are artist, if you are doing something in the community and you just want to bring about change, come holler at your girl. Wind Up Wednesday, which is tomorrow. But the app is called FMP Radio. FMP Radio, yes. FMP Radio. Yeah.
You have a great voice, by the way.
Really? Thank you, because I've been shy. Really? To just not get on the radio.
Yeah. It wasn't you.
Look, this is something that I've been fortunate that came out with. Yeah. So I'm really appreciative. So,
So what do? We just wait on it to come on Wednesday?
No, it's a show that goes on. It's a show every day. We have the morning show every day, and then we have other shows. But other than that, we play music in between. When we are growing app, so more radio personalities are going to become on the show. You're going to see us out at concerts and events that we either hosting or be a part of. All of that great, fantastic stuff. So we are a growing company. We're going to just be just as big as iHeartRadio. Yes. Okay. You're going to see FMP Radio Summer Jam, not iHeartRadio Summer Jam. Yes. So I greatly appreciate you all coming out. You all have a great rest of your day. Jeff. Give the people a message for us.
The message revival, Jerusalem. It's Christ or nothing. Christ or I'll holler at your auntie. So y'all record these, right?
You record it right now. We record it right now.
I appreciate it. I just want to make sure that my people get out the vote for these wonderful people.
Yes. So today this was recorded live on YouTube as well as on our radio app. So this will be available once we are done up in here. So you can.
As a formerly incarcerated person, I just need everybody to know that one of the most important positions is the judge.
It's the judge. Why don't you say that again?
One of the most important positions is the judge, because judges can also affect not only the law side of things, political policies as well. You have some judges that legislate from the bench, and in some cases that'd be a good thing. So you need to
work it out.
Vote. Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. She ready to go home now. All right. I greatly appreciate you all for joining. Oh, man.
I am alive, but nope. Come on down.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm great, and you?
And
Beverly Miles for governor.
okay, so you go ahead and give your spiel.
Hi, I'm in support of Beverly Miles for
Wait,
governor.
we can't see you, yo, with the mask. I know it's still.
I'm in support of Beverly Miles. She's running for governor of the state of Illinois. She's actually made history. She's the first woman ever to land the ballot in the state of Illinois for governor. And she just happened to be a black woman. And so we're asking for your support on June 28th to vote Beverly into office as a Democrat for the state of Illinois. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know, but I know it's almost time to go. I'm gonna try to get these last few people up here. Come with me as we walk. That's a new. She was just talking about you. So you got before he hit that light. Oh wait, I'm coming. Just go ahead and give people your spiel while I grab.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Beverly Miles. I'm a Democrat. I'm running for governor here in the state of Illinois. The state of Illinois comprises of 99% of the working class people, 1% of the billionaires. I truly believe that it should be the working class people running the state of Illinois when it comes to choices in terms of housing, buying food, raising our children, educating our children, economic opportunities and development. The billionaires don't understand what our struggles are. I'm an everyday average person. I'm a mother. I'm an auntie. I am a registered nurse. I have 30 years of nursing experience up under my belt. I have 2 master's degrees in nursing. I'm 4 classes into my doctorate degree. I served in the United States Army. I retired in 2014, and I chose to come back to the city of Chicago. Oh, I forgot to say, I rose to the ranks of major, and I retired in 2014, and I decided to come back to Chicago, not to just give back, but to put back. I live on the west side of Chicago, the West Garfield community, the community that raised me. So it's very important. This election is very important. My punch number is 12. Please get out. Please vote. Pray for me, love me, support me, and vote for me, not because I'm African American, not because I'm a woman, but vote for me and support me because I am qualified. Again, I am gubernatorial candidate Beverly Miles. I'm a Democrat. I thank each of you. I salute you, and I'm out.
Today.
Yes.
All right, peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. We gotta go. We gotta go. Say goodbye, but bye for right now. We'll be tuning in tomorrow for FNP Radio Wednesday with Miss Cassandra Goodman, who is also running for a political seat. All right, peace and love.